just as a data point side note, StockX today is now somewhere between 5 to 7 times bigger than what we thought the entire resale sneaker market was when we started the business. And the reason why is because sneakers became truly integrated into culture, because the people that make culture were then making sneakers. And so as we started this journey with Michael Rubin and Fanatics and how do we grow the hobby, sure, you can sell more cards to the same people. Sure, you can bring in more sports fans to collect sports cards, which obviously is a huge reason to partner with Fanatics and their 80, 90 million sports fans. But the thing that was so clear as watching the evolution of sneakers was the sneaker collabs. It was when Nike stopped just trying to put shoes on an athlete or shoes on a famous person, but then allowing them to come and create it as well. Then that person and the people that follow them care about that so much more. So to take that same analogy, I can try to convince Kim Kardashian fans to buy baseball cards, but they're way more likely to like trading cards if I can make trading cards of Kim Kardashian and her friends. So that is the high level idea here. And also I just, I think that some of the people, and like whether it's musicians or artists or fashion designers, I just think this is, people aren't mono fans, right? Just because I love basketball doesn't mean that I don't also like, fashion or design or whatever it is. So it all ties together. So it's a great place to start the conversation.
So I'm going to butcher this, but Entourage, remember that Turtle was going and getting those Fuki Jamas? Mm-hmm. Like you're talking about a collab, a crossover. I think Off-White and Nike kind of changed the game where it was art and collectibles on the same brand and made it very exciting and kind of like a part of culture, right?
Right. And you look at Virgil and Off-White's a perfect example. Part of the reason that, StockX has grown so much and it's become part of culture, when we launched StockX in beginning of 2016, Kanye had not yet released a single shoe with Adidas. Virgil was neither with Louis Vuitton or making shoes with Nike. Travis Scott was making no shoes with Nike. Pharrell was making no shoes with Adidas. Those 4 people today make up, I don't have the actual numbers anymore, but I'm going to guess 80+% of the dollars sold on StockX and in that industry. And it's because you have people that come in the middle where Virgil Abloh is an architect by trade, rest his soul, but is making clothing at Off-White and is designing cars with Maybach and it's designing DJ equipment, right? So like the designers design across. There's not just a sneaker designer or any of these narrow landscapes. It's much broader, which gets to the high level thesis of everything that I've done in my career, which is it's all converging. Whether it's primary market and secondary market, whether it's sneakers and high fashion, whether it's trading cards and art, like all of this converges because life converges. Life isn't, very clear delineated lines. It's all the same. And that convergence and the ability for all of us, whether it's through the internet or through other ways that we shop and experience that, like everybody has access to all of it. There's no longer that you have to just go to a sneaker store. Like you can buy whatever you want on the internet at the same time. So that convergence is the high level force that has been driving all of this. And it's not going back the other way. It's only going to continue to be more and more blurred.